Hello. Hello. I'm very honored to join you here tonight. Honorable Member of Parliament and Minister, it is a pleasure to join you. Students, I'm very honored, and I hope our conversation tonight will inspire us to do more. It will inspire us to vote number one, and will inspire a brighter future.
So, you want to appreciate that? Indeed, it is beauty with brains. We've had second ladies who told teachers that they won't provide chalks for them. But we have an affable second lady here. And so are we ready with our questions? Are we ready with our questions? I'll pick at a random note. And so let me see by hands if you have a question for the second lady. Let me see by hands if you have a question for the second lady. And so those who have raised their hands, kindly step forward for me. A microphone will be passed. No, please be at the flanks for me. A microphone will be passed. Are we ready with our questions? Many a times I say that politics is not a religion. And so before you ask your question, kindly introduce yourself, because you have the incoming first lady to respond to your question, so that someday, if there's an opportunity and your name is on her table, she wouldn't hesitate. If the questions are ready, can the microphone be passed to the first person?
Good evening, Your Excellency. Indeed, you are very beautiful. You are very, very beautiful. And I know you are brilliant. This person, you answer is small for me. Your Excellency, my question is about education and investment. And when it comes to education and investment, we all believe that NPP is the only party we can trust. Your Excellency, my question is that if you could speak to every Ghanaian parent today, and I believe most of them are watching us, please, what will you advise them about the importance of investing in their children's education? We are all students here. Please, you are listening to me. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we are taking 3 questions first, and then she answers them together.
Good evening, everyone. Her Excellency, Madame Samira Bawumia, it's an honor to be in your presence. I'd like to acknowledge Madame Lydia as well. My question is very simple. When I heard you were coming to campus, I decided to write the question down because I knew you are the best person to answer. And this is how the question goes. Many students feel disconnected from their national leaders. How would you personally encourage young people to believe in themselves and their ability to influence the future, considering that they are the future of this particular country? Thank you.
Master's thesis.
We take the last person for this round or this session.
Maybe a general answer question. Camera based on your take.
My question is as a role model of a young woman, please, what are your key changes? I know you encourage young girls to encourage the young girls to pursue higher education and leadership roles. So I don't know who I'm addressing, but thank you for the question. I think the first one is about education and the importance of education. I think we cannot overemphasize the importance of education. I, for one, I'm 100% sure that I would not be here but for education. My parents were clear in their minds that they would see me through my entire education through tertiary before any decision was made. You know, especially for us where I come from, people marry quite early. And this is, we're talking 20-something years ago. But my parents said, you have to go to school. And I was also very interested in going to school. So that opened the doors for me. And that allows you to be able to function properly and efficiently, effectively, wherever you find yourself. So knowledge is very important. So for all of us parents watching, I am a parent, my children are invested, believe it or not. But as a parent, I also know the value of education. And let's look at what this government has done in that regard. Education is just beyond being in a classroom. It's about the quality that we're getting. Look at the quality of students that we're getting lately. Look at the awards, the international awards that we're winning. Look at the way our children are thinking outside the box. That is what's education, the value that education brings. So it's a no-brainer. We need to invest, and as a party, as a government, we were clear in our minds that we're going to invest in education because it's the surest way to develop this country fast. And we've done just that. We have a bright future, and now it's about the next steps to create jobs for those young people that we have educated. So, I mean, education is a no-brainer. Let us continue to invest. And for parents, I'll say that your investment is investing in the New Patriotic Party because we have your back. And we are going to educate your children, you know, give them the quality education that they need. We've given free education at the SS level. And now we're saying with your Ghana card, you can get your students' loan to do your tertiary. We're paying nursing training allowances, we're paying teacher training allowances. So we're helping parents along. So they should just take advantage of that so that their kids also have a brighter future. I think the second question was about how to inspire young ladies, right? That was the second question, right? Yes, so I hope I'm an inspiration to you. I work hard every day because I believe and I know that with privilege comes responsibility. And for every young person, I tell people my mindset is that whatever I'm doing, I have to do it well. So people say, Samira, you're a good politician. And I didn't used to be in politics before my husband was nominated as a running mate. That was my introduction to politics. But I knew I had something to give. I knew that I could actively participate in the process. And I knew that as second lady, I also could inspire people. I could impact people's lives. So the important thing is to say, what can I do and how can I do it as best I can? And that is all we can ask of you. And once you do that, you're sure to succeed. Follow your passion, but life is not straightforward because sometimes where you think you're going is really not where you end up. I married a banker and ended up with a politician. When I married my husband, he wasn't a politician. So I had no idea that my life would end up this way. But you just have to be ready for whatever life throws at you and do the best you can. Right, so the other question about young people feeling disconnected from the whole process, the civic process. Well, that is why I'm here today. It's just to remind you that this vote counts for your future. Just as in 2016, the vote for the MPP ensured that everybody here got free education. That is how a vote for Dr. Samira Bawumia will ensure job prospects, opening up of the economy, making sure that you have a brighter future. Look, I tell everybody that when you're on campus, it's fun and games. But once you finish, that's when you need to find a job. That's when your life starts. And you have to ask yourself, what world am I graduating into? What opportunities exist for me? Who is going to create that solid foundation that I can find something to do? Dr. Bawumia is going to do a lot for us. For starters, we've heard about the 1 million jobs for young people in ICT. He's going to do a lot more. He's providing $100 million for fintech companies. So for all of you who want to start companies in fintech, there's a fund there for you. We're going to have the SME bank, which is for businesses. That bank would allow you to start a business. That bank would allow the person who's starting a business to give you employment. We're going to have a minerals development bank. That bank will do just that. It will provide opportunities for us. We're thinking outside the box. He's doing great things and he's hoping to do even more for us. So that's the importance of making the right decision. In fact, in this election, for me, the important thing is juxtaposing the two leaders and looking at what each has to offer. So if you're indifferent, some people will vote for you, some people will make a decision for you, and it might not be the decision that is in your best interest. So your participation in this process is absolutely important so that you make the right decision that will open opportunities for you.
Oh, we can do it better for her. Next 3 sets of questions.
Good evening, Excellence. My name is Moans, popularly known as B1. Since today's event is about Student Connect, my question for you is, what is one learning from your time as a student that has influenced your view of the challenges students face today? Thank you very much.
Good evening. This is Samira.
Yes. Go this way.
And my question for you today is about encouragement. I wanted to ask, as first-time voters and students, what encouragement do you have for us as we look up to you as a source of inspiration?
Last question for this session.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. My name is Emmanuela Ayesu, the former UPSC commissioner and the current national coordinator for Gen Z for Ghana. So our question is related to the Gen Z in leadership. And then as the future first lady, what values or lessons from your own upbringing do you hope to pass on to be the Gen Z? That's just what we want to know.
You want to be like very much. D-Money, thank you for your question. So since I'm on University of Ghana campus, I'm going to be very charitable because I went to Tech. So for today, I'm going to be nice to the Legon people. My Tech campus was a lot of fun because unlike in Legon, it was very, everything was on campus. In Legon, you have to go out sometimes to get stuff, but campus was very fun, everything was on campus. But I think an important lesson I learned was to manage your finances. Because the allawa is when you receive your student's loan, it's finishing by the next week. So what does it mean? It means you have to shop and cook and make sure you plan the month properly. So that sense of planning, that sense of utilizing resources, I think it has lived with me throughout. And of course, also building relationships on campus. I think we take it for granted, but the friends you have today are the friends that will carry you through your lifetime. They will be your backbone through your lifetime. So choose your friends wisely and make sure that you keep them because they are your foundation and they will be your lifeline years to come, several years to come. And that's one lesson I learned. So my name is Samira. Thank you for your question as well. I think really what I'll say, and which is what I said earlier for the Gen Zs, I know the issues around, you're living in a different world where there's proliferation of media, news stories, articles. You're living in a world where there's so much stimulation, where things are distracting. Because every day there's some news item, every day there's a story, every day there's a new trend, every day. But you need to, as a young person, think about where you're going in the future. But also be open-minded. That is my one lesson. Even though we may have plans, but you should be open-minded because you never know where life will take you. So that is a very important lesson for the young people. And then also taking seriously the civic processes. Because you cannot complain if you're not part of the process. We have to be the change we want to see. So if you want to see good things happening, choose the right leaders to do the good things for you. But if you sit back and you don't go and vote for Dr. Bawumia, then you cannot complain when things go bad. So the important thing is be part of decision-making processes and know that you have a stake, you have a voice, your voice counts, and it gives you confidence to also speak your mind and also engage with leadership so that they know what your needs are and what your aspirations are, and they also help you to rise to it. And the third question was about?
Gen Z motivation.
Gen Z.
You've answered the last two.
Gen Z now question.
Motivation, I think I've answered that, right?
Yes.
It was about what values you have from your own upbringing, like for me, the Gen Z.
Right. And I think that's what I mentioned earlier. It's about doing whatever you're doing, do it very well. Luckily for your generation, when we were growing up, you had to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, you know, the traditional roles that were assigned. But today, parents understand that you can be a successful blogger, you can be a successful videographer, photographer, and you'll be okay. And in our time, so I will say follow your passion, but do it very well, and that will distinguish you from others.
I do life.
Thank you.
I do life.
Oh, if we are appreciating Her Excellency, then let's do it better. Last set of questions. Last set of questions.
Hey,
my name is I would want to ask a question about education investment by our parents. If you get a chance to speak to our parents, what would you tell them about education investing in their children's education?
It was the first question.
Stand there.
My name is Francisco, and I'm the Vice President of the where you were the special guest of Anna, and I was really inspired by your words. So I want to ask you this evening that who inspired you during your school days, and what are the plans that you have for
Nice question.
Good evening.
Remember the question, Papa.
My name is Samira Bawumia. I'm the immediate past as president for New Commission. So my question is, with issues with mental health concerns among students, I want to know what you want to advise for students on how to take good care of their mental health. Thank you.
Nice question. Why are you here?
I think the first question was dealt with earlier about the value of education. I think the second one is about who inspired me. So I had two people, or two sets of inspiration. I think to begin with, as I mentioned, my parents, because they made sure that we got an education and no challenge was too difficult to stop them from helping us to get our education. But also, I went to Alcid Academy, and the headmistress, who thankfully is still alive, this is Alberta Fortin. Brilliant lady, and she made me know what my potential was, because she would inspire you. She knew that Samira can do this. You say, call Samira. If there's a problem and nobody can solve it, you say, call Samira. She can give us the answer to this. And I remember class 3, class 4, I was with the class 6s representing the school for competitions and all of that. So even at that young age, it was clear that I could be I could be somebody, and if I applied myself, I would be useful. So thank you, Mrs. Alberta Forte. Thank you, my parents. And of course, I'm inspired by all the people who go before me. Anything I want to do, and I'm a little hesitant or I'm not sure if I can do it, I tell myself, if somebody's done it before, I can also do it. So that's a good way to also look at things.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Hilary Filipanyako, and my question is, how do you manage competing priorities? For example, you're a leader, you're a mother, you're a philanthropist. How do you manage all these competing priorities? Thank you.
Lowdown.
All right, thank you. I think the last question is about how I balance all the competing priorities in my life. Being a wife, a mother, being a CEO, being a chair of AfriWorks, doing the campaign. The truth is, nobody does it all perfectly. Something has to give. There's nothing like a super person. You can give your best, but something suffers. So in the last several months, my children haven't seen enough of me, but I know that it is for a good reason. Similarly, if I have deliverables at work, I will stay and do it all night if I have to. So in terms of, you juggle, but at every point something is suffering, but then you also need to prioritize what is suffering based on the need for that period. So, but if you have a can-do spirit, if you have a spirit of it is possible, you know that you'll be successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Her Excellency. Her Excellency, we have hundreds of thousands of young people watching us. We have the youth of Ghana here. We have the young people of Iowa Wogan here. Her Excellency, the incoming First Lady, please speak to us. Come December 7th, what are you telling the young people? Yes. There was a question on mental health because it is prevalent in the university. People commit suicides and what have you. And so they want you to talk to us or an advice or a key takeaway you may give us.
Okay, well, thank you. Let me address that question. I'm sorry I missed it. But mental health is a serious issue. And I think what gets in the way is the stigmatization. I think right now we know that it is a common issue and we should encourage each other to seek help. Go for counseling, talk to somebody. And if you see somebody exhibiting signs, sometimes people themselves do not know they have problems. And it's taking a friend or somebody close to them to identify it and help them or do an intervention and get them to seek help. But what I will advise is, let's support each other. Let's look out for each other. Let's destigmatize mental health issues. Let's be open. Let's talk about it openly. Let's make it okay for people to seek help. And there's a lot of help out there if you look for it. But please, if you're in a place where you feel like you need some support, please go to a trusted person. And if you are the trusted person, or you are somebody that another person trusts to come to, please be there for that person. And don't let the person feel bad for coming to you. So I thank you all so much. But for my parting words, I just want to say a few things. I know time is fast spent. Actually, let me just get on my feet so that I can pick it. So what I'll say is that next week, Saturday, allawa and Nkommo Wo Ho. Allawa is coming. So the decision you make on Saturday will determine whether your allawa will continue or will get cancelled. And we want the allawa to continue. My dear friends, this election is consequential. And I want you to just think about a few things as you go to vote. Look at the people who are contesting, the leading contestants. Look at Dr. Samira Bawumia and the policies he's put forth. Let's look at the former president and what he was when he was a president. What he did when he was president. And let's look at what he's even offering us today. I think about our slogan, which is his
Possible.
It is
Possible.
We in the MPP have a mindset of possibility. That whatever you want to do, if you think hard about it, if you assemble the talents, you can achieve it. And that is exactly what we've done. When we were introducing free SHS, they said it was not possible. Indeed, They said it will take 20 years for it to be possible. But we did it immediately, we won the election. That is the mindset that we are voting for. When the former president was in office, they wanted to do mobile money interoperability. My dear friends, they were going to build this country over $1 billion United States dollars to do mobile money interoperability. Thankfully, they lost the elections. And guess what? Dr. Nkommo Wo Ho did it for less than $5 million, $4.6 million. He saved this country $996 million just by that decision we made on December 7, 2016. Let's look at these drones that Dr. Bawumia said he was bringing. Our friend said it was not possible. They didn't even understand the value of it. Today, the drones are saving lives. The drones are employing young people. Our young people are in California teaching Americans how to man drones for medical delivery. We're doing something right. Every policy we put forth, they say it's not possible. And we show to them that it is possible. So would you give your power to somebody who cannot master the knowledge, the thought process, to even tell you that something is possible? Or would you give your power to somebody who dreams big, who thinks outside the box, who gives you bold solutions that would ensure a brighter future? A vote for Dr. Bawumia is a vote for those bold solutions. A vote for Dr. Bawumia is a vote for a leader who's going to create opportunities for you. Job creation is at his heart, is at the forefront of all his policies. Expanding this economy, providing opportunities for young people. He believes in young people. This party, this government has created more jobs than any other government in the Fourth Republic. Dr. Bawumia is going to expand intake into the security services. More soldiers, more police, more fire service, more immigration, more customs, more opportunity for you to get into that. He's going to give you a lot. And as I sat here and I saw a lot of you students, and I was thinking, look at how the processes you go through in school, look at the struggles, look at the late nights burning the midnight oil. Yesterday I came across something, and I was hoping to God it wasn't true, but I heard it's true. That the former president said, in page by Bemamu Wellington Booth, any aboboya, na the political cases, na all water, ever crime. Is that why you are going to invest? Is that your aspiration? Is that what you want for your future? How can somebody offering you that inspire confidence in you? So let us do right by ourselves. Let us choose somebody who will show you that it is possible, who will invest in your future, who will make the right decisions for you. The choice is clear. On December 7th, the vote is number 1 for Dr. Alhaji Nkommo Wo Ho. And for all of you on this campus, Ayawasu West Wogan, we have a mother we love because she loves us back. We have a mother we care for because she cares for us. We have a mother. Nobody will throw away a mother for a friend. So my Lydia is our mother. And she's going to keep nurturing us and taking care of us. So let's not be swayed by anything fanciful. Let's not be swayed by anything fanciful. Let's not be swayed. Let us invest in her so that she can take care of us. Look at what she's done for students. Look at what she's done for your friends. We've never seen an MP take care of thousands of people. She's investing in you. She's investing in your future. That is the kind of member of parliament we need. Not somebody who just wants fun and games. We want somebody who cares about you. So on December 7th, Ma Lydia, we are voting massively for Ma Lydia to retain the seat for the new patriotic party.